Welcome to the Nightly Rant
with
your hosts, Mike
and Torya.
This is the show where we examine society from a sarcastic point of view.
If you like insane conversations, this is definitely the show for you.
Let's get into today's topic. YPN people, I don't know about you, but I love helping out a friend. That's why I want to shout out my friend Brian Little and his podcast, Your Favorite Blockhead. This is the only show that manages to weave together peanuts and MMA into one heck of an amazing podcast. You can find Your Favorite Blockhead wherever your favorite podcasts reside and at yourfavoriteblockhead.com. Do me a huge favor and listen to Brian's show. You'll be entertained and you'll help out a friend. Now, as I said, let's get into today's topic. Is this day over yet?
No.
It's been a long day. We pretty much worked
From 4 a.m. to what time is it right now?
about 9.
Yep,
About
4 to
8:30.
9. Fuck my life.
And it's like you're just busy with your head down. And before you know it, it's like time. And like today I did a 1-hour appearance on The Bitter Truth. I won't say what we talked about because, I don't know whether his episode will air first or mine will air first. So I don't want to give
We'll
away
spoil it
stuff
after
on
it
his
airs.
shows. Right. In a couple of days, we'll talk about what I talked about there, but it was fun. We had a good time. I figured something out about him, though, over the past couple of days that actually makes me like him even more, but also makes me understand him a little bit more. He was when Bernie Sanders was in the primaries, he was very pro Bernie Sanders, like into Bernie Sanders. Okay. And if you think about it, I'm really not into Bernie Sanders. Like, in a sense, when it comes to that side of the spectrum, Abe is over here on the left and I'm over here on the right. We're far apart. Okay.
Right.
And yet, think about the areas where we disagree. Mandatory minimum wage. We disagree. I mean, that's a Bernie Sanders kind of thing. Medicare for all. It's a Bernie Sanders thing. I don't agree with that. And we have this whole litany of things. And it's because of his Bernie Sanders positions that we butt heads sometimes.
Interesting.
But it also explains a lot about his position on things. Because, how when we try to understand other people from the community groups, we always kind of go, oh, well, they typically say things in this vein.
Yeah.
So then you take what they say with that filter. That's one thing I don't think most people do. I think most people try to force you into their filter.
That's why so many people think you're rude.
Yep.
Because if they said that to somebody, they would only say that if they were being rude.
Right. So they don't grasp it.
Right.
It's true. I mean, and that's just how society is. They don't bother to consider it from the perspective of the person speaking. And I mean, come on, the person speaking, they're the only person who knows what they meant.
Well, yeah. They were the one who said the things. Just like when somebody does something, they're the only ones who know their intention of what they did.
Yeah. You can try to infer intention from places, but I don't think you can actually ever know someone's true intention unless they tell you.
Right.
If they tell you and they give you reason to trust them, and see, there's a second layer there, right? You got to trust them as well. Then you can believe what they say.
Right.
Because if you don't trust them because they've lied to you before, what's telling you they're not lying this time?
Well, yeah, I get it.
So, you got to be careful about that. But was an interesting thing that I learned from that podcast interview. But, it's like, even the podcast interview is sort of like going to the gym. You get signed up for it and you're all excited about, okay, on Monday, I'm going to do this. And then
Monday
it comes and you're like, God, I got too much to do and I'm so tired and I don't really want to do it. Then you go, all right, I'm I'm going to go because other people are counting on me. So I'm going to go. And you do it and you have the best time.
That's
Like,
where it's not like the
like
gym.
the best. No, it's the same for me. It's the best time. Like you just, like I'll go with Mitchell and we'll just have a great conversation while we're there. And we laugh at things and we connect better. And it's really nice because it's 100% one-on-one, him and me.
Yeah,
really
I know that's why
nice.
you really like it.
It's really nice. So, to me, that's all kind of similar why you do things.
Get it.
Then, what was the other thing we said we were going to mention?
Some
Yeah.
Trump shit. You said he has Congress's number.
Oh, he does. He's playing them like a violin, and it's crazy.
Okay.
They're falling right into his trap. I mean, if he doesn't get reelected, it would only be because he's caught in bed with Putin, like literally in bed, not like figuratively in bed. I mean, like they open the door, Mr. President, wake up, and two male heads pop up from under the sheet.
One of them's Vlad.
And one of them is Vlad, and the other is Orange.
That's
Orange,
really
you
gross.
Vlad. I didn't say banana.
I'm sure there's at least one banana in the equation.
Probably two.
Sword fighting. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's really, really awkward.
Chocolate covered bananas.
Ew. Stop.
That just earned us an X rating for this episode.
Stop. You're so gross.
It actually took you that long to get that joke?
No, I got it all along. It
Just
like
magnifies on you?
exponential disgust as it just marinated in my brain.
That's awesome. I like it. I think it's awesome.
I'm tired and disgusted now. Look what you did.
I have to say, though, I've also been kind of out of sorts because of the whole laptop situation.
But you should be good to go now.
And the reality is it was pretty pain-free.
I'm glad I had the idea for you to get the same one as I had.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed that they didn't have the same one as I got.
Yeah.
But you got close enough.
But it's... And then being able to put my hard drive right in there from the other laptop.
Yeah.
Not the main hard drive. That we got to take that case back. Get that replaced and cross our fingers that it actually works.
Yeah.
But long and short of it, I feel more, even though now I'm still kind of like learning where things are and, forgot to install that. Like I downloaded a zip file and I was ready to unzip it. I'm like, I forgot to install 7-zip. And I have to go out there and install it, and then you're like, wow, look at that. I forgot to install this piece of software too. Crap. And you're going to go get it and install it.
It's been 2 months and I'm still doing that.
Yeah. But you're also at the same time trying to get used to the physical feel of the machine. Like I keep doing something when I'm filling out forms on the web.
Uh-huh.
I'm hitting some key or something that's causing the cursor to go into a different field. And I don't know what it is.
You're
but
probably attacking the
figure.
little joystick.
Maybe. I got to find out if that could be turned off. I don't like that thing. And I'm sure it can because on my other one, I turned the trackpad off completely.
Well, yeah, I think you could do that with this one too.
I'll have to check that. But it makes me feel better because now I can operate with things the way I used to operate with things in the right folders. I had favorites saved for the folders. It's just like becomes your comfy machine.
Right. Like what I did when I created all of my Dropboxness and I made shortcuts on my desktop like my old computer used to be before I had to wipe it and all that good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's very nice.
It's just an interesting, I don't know, psychological situation when you think about it because that's really all it is.
Right. It's why you weren't able to use the little computer because you couldn't wrap your mind around it.
Right. I didn't want to install tools on there that I might only use once before this other one came along. It's just like, I don't know. It was just weird.
which in reality you could have installed anything you wanted on that computer and used it just fine for 3 or 4 days. But I totally get it. I 100% get it.
This makes you uncomfortable.
Yep.
I don't know. It's a frustrating feeling when you know you could do something, but your brain is telling you not to.
Right.
It's just frustrating. But anyway, I think these 2 foster dogs are not long for the house. They've already had so many applications since they were posted on Pet Finder.
Has Stubby had more?
Stubby had 1,
Uh-huh.
and he's had like 3.
Yeah. It's quite a lot.
So
My guess is mid-April we will no longer have these 2.
yeah, that's what I think.
And then we'll have new stinky fosters to tell you about.
Maybe.
Hopefully slightly more potty trained ones.
Maybe we'll just have Yogi.
Yogi gets lonely when we don't have foster dogs.
It's funny, but he does.
Because he hates them. He hates them. He hates Beans with the fiery passion of 1,000 burning teeth. But Beans is going to leave.
And hold on. And he also tolerates Stubby.
Right.
Like, he just kind of ignores him. But what's funny is he does hate Beans with a passion, but he will play with Beans in the hallway.
Yeah, but it's not really playing. It's more like he's attacking him because he wants to growl at something.
Isn't that playing?
I don't know.
I mean, if you went to kickboxing class, would you claim you were doing combat, or would you claim you were playing around? I don't think you're doing combat.
Depends on your intention with the other person.
You're going to kickboxing class. You're not going there for combat.
Okay. Whatever you say,
So
dude.
he's not going for combat either. He wags his tail. And then bounces around him.
Anyway, my point is that he'll be annoyed when Beans leaves.
Well, of course he will. Just like what'll probably happen, here's how you're going to know that Beans is about to leave. Yogi will start playing with him here in the house, like actually playing with him.
That's what happened with Odie.
Playing tug of war. Exactly. Well, and it kind of happened with Duncan. Remember when he would start running back there and we would call him back and he would run back and he would circle Duncan?
He loved Duncan. Duncan was his favorite foster dog we've ever had. Mostly because Duncan just left him the fuck alone and didn't touch his toys.
Yeah.
I think it's also why he likes Stubby.
I think you're right. I don't think you're wrong at all.
I think Yogi likes actual wiener dogs. He does not have any need for these half-breed mutts.
Yeah.
Speaking of half-breed mutts, we're going to know what breeds Beans is soon.
Yeah. What the hell is that company called?
I don't remember.
Wisdom?
Something like that. Some wisdom DNA test Val got for Beans. So we're going to swab his big old mouth tomorrow. He's got his head in my butt crack.
I know, I see him.
He's a lunatic.
He doesn't know what he's in for. Poor dog. His nose is going to change colors.
Anyway, so we'll find out that this dog is 1% dachshund.
And like 98% boxer.
He's not 98% boxer.
He's got boxer in him.
Maybe 4%.
I can tell if he's got.
And then I think he's 1%.
Boxer.
I think he's 1%. 95 other breeds of dog.
I don't
care what you think.
I think he's like 72% boxer.
He's too small.
No, he's not. Not if the strong genes was the dachshund.
If the strong genes were the dachshund, his legs wouldn't be 5 feet long.
Anyway, it's going to be interesting. We'll report the results to you here.
Probably in a week or so.
Yes, in about a week or so.
Yep.
So, otherwise, I got nothing left in me.
Then I guess it's time for good night, everyone.
Hasta la bye-bye. Thank you for listening to the Nightly Rant.
If you enjoyed the show, please give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts or Google Play.
If you didn't enjoy the show, please just ignore that previous request for a rating.
This has been a Yogi's Podcast Network production.